because I am on YouTube, it is much more difficult than Instagram to see how many people are watching and who's watching. So if you could help me out and you know ping your Instagram handle so I can know who's online via YouTube. And when I say ping, I mean comment. Um, that would be awesome. And if you're here and you haven't yet, please subscribe. If I get to 50 people, I could start streaming on mobile instead of having my whole laptop and GoPro set up, um, which is a little bit cumbersome and makes it a little bit more difficult to start. Anyway, um, thank you so much for coming and practicing consistency and doing side split stuff with me. It is a couple minutes into the hour, and I think we should get started. One of the issues that I'm having, which is great for YouTube and not great for Instagram or vice versa, whatever, is the GoPro gives us wide shot, so you can always see the full side split. But I have to put like the GoPro really far back, otherwise my head gets completely chopped off, and I'm struggling with. I'm short too, so like this is crazy. I can't imagine what tall people are experiencing. Anyways, that's enough rambling. I hope that gave people a chance to get into the live, and let's get started. We're gonna start with hip cars. High knee, open up the hip, bring that ankle up to match the knee, and bring everything down and back, flexing your glutes and your hamstrings. I want to see, well, I can't see, but I want you to work on bringing that knee back. All right, we're gonna do 10 of these. Knee, open, ankle up, down and back. Knee, open, ankle up, down and back. Knee, open, ankle up, down and back. Knee, open up, ankle, down and back. I think that's 5 or 6. We're gonna do 5 more. Total of 10 on this side. And then we're gonna switch sides. I think that's 8, 9, 10. All right, shake it out, take a quick break if you need it, and we will transition to the next one. All right, same thing. I'm gonna do it from this angle instead of facing you, so you have a different uh, perspective. Same thing. Knee, open, ankle, down and back. 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 I think I got 1 or 2 more, and then we're going to be wrapped up for this direction. What we're going to do now is reverse it. What does that mean? That means instead of starting with the knee up, we're going to start with the down and back leg. We're going to bring that out, ankle down, and to the front. So we're just making these circles that maybe they feel more like a square than a circle while we're doing them this way. But we're just doing the circle in reverse. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. It's getting hot. I don't know where you are in the world, but where I'm at is 97 degrees Fahrenheit. I also have no idea what that is in Celsius, but I think it's mid 30s because 78 is 25 and we're at 97, which is 20 more degrees. That's about 10 more degrees on top of 25. Yeah, I think we're about 35. So it's hot. And I'm obviously adding to the heat with my working out. All right. I think I've talked long enough that we've probably done 10 on the other side. So we're going to move on to the next warm up. It's funny that I call it a warm up and then I'm complaining about how hot it is. Elephant walks look a little bit like this. We're going to get into this L shape. Stick that booty out. And we're going to bend one knee, then rotate our chest. So we're opening up towards the straightened leg, right? So straighten both legs, bend one leg, rotate towards straightened leg. To enhance the intensity of the stretch, just bring your chest lower to the ground And you should feel the stretch in that outer glute and hamstring of the straightened leg. If you have particularly tight hamstrings and you're getting really low, you might feel the stretch in the opposite hamstring as well. That's the bent leg. All right, we're going to do 10 on each side. Get those hamstrings ready for some more intense stretches with some light movement. And let's keep going. This is 3 for me. I have kind of a achy, nagging left hamstring. So I like to spend a couple extra seconds on this side. If you have something similar, an old injury perhaps, feel free to slow it down and take your time with these elephant walks. All right, if you're feeling like a pro, these are too easy for you already, you can add a little bit more difficulty by really working on extending that rotation, maybe lifting your arm up so this looks more like a yoga move, and reaching back and behind so that you can really work on that spine rotation. But don't forget, this is for the hamstrings. Don't get too carried away with that spine rotation and forget the purpose that we're trying to achieve, which is hamstring mobility. Okay, hope you're getting more warmed up. Let's get into Cossack switches. So Cossack switches is a little bit like this. Let's get into maybe 1.5 times, 2 times wider than your hip width in your stance. Point your toes about 45 to 60 degrees out from your center line and sink into that foot, bending your knee. Try to keep your knees relatively over your toes. We don't want too much shaking. And if your ankle comes up, but you're staying balanced and not wobbling, that's great. If you are getting a little wobbly, dial it back, put your heel down, and chill there. All right, we've hung on this side for a little bit. Let's switch to the other side. Do the same thing. While you're working this hip, feel free to mess around with that straightened leg, that heel, ankle, do some light rotation there. And what makes this a Cossack switch is when you switch, try to stay as low as possible. I always like to spend a couple extra seconds in that first rep, and then a little bit less in the second rep, and then get a little bit faster and more explosive with the third, fourth. We only do 5 reps of these because I think by this point you should be pretty damn warmed up. And I feel like I've done way more than 5, so let's move on. All right. Next up, we're getting to the hamstring stretch. It's going to look a lot like the elephant walk. That's because we're working on the hamstring stretch. I like to do these, especially if you're a little bit less flexible and new to this type of stretching on a daily basis. I like to stand up straight, put my foot slightly in front of me. It's about 30, 40 centimeters a foot, and throw my hips back. So my upper body is staying mostly horizontal, and my leg is what's creating the angle that we're trying to stretch. If you're a little bit higher up, that's totally fine. You can bring the leg back, or you can bring your chest down. We want gravity to pull your whole entire upper body down, so it supports you in this stretch rather than fights you. All right? So once you're kind of here, take a couple of deep breaths, try to relax. Take that other leg, widen your stance for balance, and try to bring your belly button down to your thigh. All right? We're going to hold this for 30 seconds, and then we'll be done with this hamstring stretch. We're going to move on to the next one. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, that's one side. Switch over to the other side. I got a note to wipe my earbuds discreetly because this is the easiest set of microphones that I can attach to my face and not have make weird sounds when I move. And obviously, that wasn't discreet at all. So I'm just letting you know what just happened. Okay. We're going to do the other side now. And the other side, same thing. We're going to stand up straight, take a decent step forward, throw the hips all the way back, create the angle using gravity to keep your chest horizontal and your leg forward and front. Hope that made sense. That didn't really make sense when I said it out loud. Anyways, that other leg, throw it out there, get some balance, some stability. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And let's start at 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. Remember, trying to pull the belly button to your thigh. 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whew, hamstring stretch is done. I hope you're really feeling that stretch. I do it this way because it's way more intense than your classic hamstring stretch, which tends to look a little bit like this, people just leaning forward, or the seated variation, where if you're not that flexible, your back's like all the way back here. How are you getting the hamstring stretch when you can't even get forward? I'm glad I'm sitting on the ground because the next stretch is the butterfly. I like to use a wall, but anything relatively flat will work. I can put my hips, my shoulders, my head against the wall so that we can not worry about the back and anything going on over there and focus all of our attention on the hips. All right. I want you to use the muscles that we're using the hip cars to rotate your leg around, to take your knees and bring them down. All right. Once you're already engaging those muscles, pulling your knees down, I want you to pull your feet in if you need to. I realize if I just get rid of the socks, my feet won't slip as much. So I'm going to do that. And now I can use my free hands to apply pressure on those knees. All right, that's it. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds and we're going to start right now. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. Remember to take some solid deep breaths. 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oof. The butterfly is one of the quickest stretches that we do. Actually, I guess several of them are like this. Because you only have to do one side, you do them both at the same time. Whew. All right, let's get up out of that butterfly and prepare to get into pancake. Again, I like to use this empty wall behind me for the pancake because I can rest my butt on it, and that way I can't fall backwards. If I lean forwards or fall slightly forwards, I can always catch myself with my hands. All right, I'm stepping about 6 to 8 inches in front of the wall with my feet, resting my butt against the wall. So I sort of have this tripod going, and that keeps me stable. For the pancake, we're trying to focus on folding at the hips, and that will get a really deep hamstring stretch, but depending on how flexible or inflexible you are, you'll feel a stretch everywhere in your hip area and in your legs. All right. So we're folding forward in the pancake. And if you're feeling pretty confident, you can grab maybe your calves, your thighs, try to avoid directly on or over or on your knees. And you can give yourself a little bit of a pull, similar to what we were doing with the butterfly, and see if you can pull your face to the ground. I say face to the ground, not your forehead, not the top of your head to the ground, because I don't really want you curling, I want you to keep your chest straight and back straight. All right. Whew, that's enough explanation. Let's start at 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. My hamstrings are on fire. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whew. Pancake. Take your time getting out of this. My hamstrings are always super shot right after I do those. So I need a couple of seconds of light movement to recover functionality. And whew, all right, that's the pancake. Let's get on to the next stretch. Next stretch is pigeon. In this case, you might be more familiar with it as a figure 4 stretch. I am going to do it at a slight angle so that you can see me. I think if I get too close to you, you won't see anything. So let me double check. That looks visible. Oh no, I'm getting a visitor. He thinks I'm vulnerable. Stop. All right. What we're doing here is taking that ankle and crossing it over to the knee, the opposite knee, and pulling that knee to your chest. All right, we're going to do that for 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27. Apply steady pressure. Try to increase the stretch as you go. Remember to breathe. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, let's switch over to the other side. Same thing. Take that ankle, rest it just below your knee, and punch your arm through that leg hole and pull everything towards you. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The pigeon is, especially on your back, is one of those stretches where as you're holding and waiting for the countdown to finish, you might forget that you're trying to enhance your stretch, increase your stretch. So try to remember to focus on applying steady pressure on that leg. All right, we are done with 4 out of 5 stretches. We are almost there. The next stretch is the side split. I'm gonna put down this little stool for a little bit of support, and I'm gonna put down some floor mats. Don't let these intimidate you. You don't need these to start. I put them down because I am at a point where I put a lot of weight on my heels, and it's painful if you're holding it for a long time. So I used to do these with just some flip-flops, and they worked fine. But if I'm sort of adjusting and tweaking my position, the flip-flops kind of slip out of the way, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. So my solution, big old floor mats. All right, these are not super fancy, a couple bucks on Amazon. You don't need any specialized equipment. And this stool is a stool I buy because I'm short and I need to access different parts of my closet. So these are all just household items I have. You don't have to get anything fancy for stretching for side splits. And whew, let's see, where are we at? I hope you're getting into a side split-ish position at this point. If you are feeling a little stuck and not making any more progress, you can try to externally rotate your legs. What that means is if your knees were pointing at me, toes were pointing at me, I want you to point your toes, your knees, your quads up into the sky. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight into the sky. If it's 75, 80 degrees, that's fine. We're just trying to get the we're trying to get the leg, the femur, to rotate in that hip socket a little bit and open up some space. All right. And you can always add more weight by trying to stand up a little straighter. Straighter, I mean, chest vertical and not still being forward on this stool like I am. All right. I'm going to cue this to begin with, but my butt is resting on the wall, so I can't fall backwards. I can only fall forwards, and I can always keep myself safe by supporting myself in front of me, right? All right. We've been sitting here for a long time. I was hoping you'd be taking some deep breaths and being like, oh, Ken, why is he going so slow? So that you can get a little bit deeper into the stretch before we start the really intense stuff, all right? It's time. It's time for 30 seconds. You ready? 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Oh, come on up. Get out of that stretch. Oh, I need a couple of seconds for those inner thigh muscles to recover. And I think I'm mostly functional, but I'm going to take a seat on this stool. All right. Rest up. Take a quick break. Shake out the legs if they work well enough to shake. And we're going to wrap up with one last exercise, and that is the horse stance. We want to do some strengthening, not too much, just a little bit, so that we can practice consistency by making sure we're not too sore and can come back tomorrow and have one less excuse, right? All right, let's get ready to get into horse stance. Oh, look, Benji's head is in the shot. Hi, Benji. You stayed there. So well behaved. All right. This is going to look very similar to how we set up for the pancake. I want you to point your toes out roughly 45, 60 degrees from your center. And I want you to drop your hips low. If your knees are dipping in or you're shaking or you're wobbling, you can always take a step forward a little bit and reduce the intensity of that stretch, or I guess the intensity of the exercise. And last thing, I want you to keep your chest high, maybe look up and away, and we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. I'm going to just casually lean against my wall to rest and recover from that 30 seconds and take a couple of deep breaths because I talk so much. Okay. We're going to rest for about 30 seconds and we're going to do one more horse stance. Same setup, but you'll feel a little bit more tired and you're going to have to concentrate hard to keep that form together. All right. And this is how we're going to wrap up. So we got 30 seconds left. Stick with me and then we'll be done. All right. I think I've been yammering on for plenty of time. Let's get ready. 30 seconds. I'm going to show you it from the side profile so you can cue yourself. Keep that back upright. All right. Widen the stance. Drop the hips down. Flex the glutes a little bit. Pull that pelvis in. Chest up and away, head up and away, and 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Come on up. We are done. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna sit in my stool and rest. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for coming and practicing consistency with me today, doing the side splits. We are probably a little bit longer than usual, although for the people who have been on our Instagram, I guess, you know that the more new people we have, the longer we run. uh, but the total side splits workout can be done under 18 minutes. I've done one of these in under 18. So these can be really quick and fun. And when we have a nice community of people doing it together, it's extra fun because we're all working towards the same goal. But most importantly, we're here to practice consistency, right? Like we're making a little bit of effort every single day to make sure that we make moves and progress towards side splits. So we never try to go way too hard and cause you to be unable to walk tomorrow. So yeah, that's the purpose here. We're on YouTube right now because Instagram Live is a little weird and not letting us go live, and that is why we're here. And I have an ask here, and that is to subscribe to this channel because if I have 50 subscribers, I'll be able to go live on YouTube via my mobile phone. Right now, I'm using a GoPro and my computer, and everything has to get plugged in, and it's a lot of stuff to coordinate. Whereas on mobile, it's a little bit easier, and I can do it more spontaneously and have less prep work to get it all set up. So, if you could please help me subscribe to this channel, Splits on the Side on YouTube, that would be awesome and super helpful. Everybody on Instagram who is here, I have absolutely no idea who you are unless you've commented in the chat. There's no way like Instagram to just hit a drop down menu and see who came in. There's a little bit more privacy on YouTube. So I'm trying to figure out how to navigate around that in the community aspect moving forward. But yeah, feel free to have conversations in the comments without me, and I'll have my moderator cue me in on questions and comments when they come up. All right, that is it. Thank you so much for coming again today. I am sweating up a storm. I hope it is not super hot where you are. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.